space. These are the things that we will use to change and bring in all the silly characters that we want to. Through this vast multiverse of stories and stuff that I'm going to tell you, you're going to see all of these things unfold. And this is how we will bring in all of those silly characters. But today we ask, what if? What if? What if? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Second Street. I hope you're all having a very good morning today. Guys, it's Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Wednesday. We've also got a new episode of What If, and that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit today. I know, look, I didn't even have the cosmic background. I know. I did the whole Uatu thing, and you were sitting like, oh my god, like this is going to be it, isn't it? you thought we were going to be hanging out in the vast multiverse. Not today, folks. Not today. Wasn't able to get here out of the studio out into the vast multiverse. All we could do was listen to your boy Myrtle sit there and give us a nice little intro. But thank you all so much for being here today. I see we got a couple of viewers in here already. Superfan Adam Shawhan and The Create. Yeah, man. Oh, nice. I like that little avatar there. You got that little Doctor Strange there. I like it. But anyway, guys, what we're going to do today is I'm going to get into a quick spoiler review, and then we're going to get into like a spoiler discussion. We'll talk about all kinds of different cool stuff that you guys might want to talk about out there regarding to Marvel's What If Episode 5, What If Zombies. It was a good episode. I thought this episode was really good. You know, after episode, I think after like the first 3 episodes, this series is really starting to find its footing, and everything starts to feel a little bit better. You know, the one complaint I have is that really crappy intro they do every single time. The music doesn't, like, and the way Jeffrey Wright's voice cuts in, like it seems all super spliced together, cut really, I don't know. It doesn't get me ready to watch the show every week. I'll tell you that much. It does them no good. It does them no service. That's for sure. But in this episode, I gotta say, like I said, everything these last 3 episodes, including this one, have really come together as far as like the voice acting and even this like the soundtrack, the score, and just everything going on, the action, everything kind of going on screen. Everything is starting to fit together a lot better than it was in those first like 3 episodes. Those first 3 episodes really felt, I don't know, like disjointed in ways that have nothing to do with just like the musical score and like the voice acting, everything, like the animation. It all seemed a little off. It didn't all seem to mesh together well. Where over these last 3 episodes, really did. I thought they did a really good job getting all of the actors into their roles and things like that. And I thought it was really good. Again, this one again continues on that, and it looks like we've got, I didn't even check the cast list, but it looks like most of our Marvel characters returned here, as far as their voices for all these characters. I think there was one that I noticed may have been a little bit different voice. You know what, I couldn't tell. Was that Tom Holland? I couldn't tell if that was Tom Holland in there or not. I think that was one of them. I was wondering about that. I was like, is that Tom Holland? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, or if you know. Like, I didn't IMDb it. Maybe I should IMDb it. But altogether, I mean, everything's coming together a little bit better. The pacing of this story seems very good. The animation here for this particular episode the animation style they're using seemed a little more fitting for a lot of what they're doing. Again, I think this is definitely one of the better episodes. Definitely, like I said, these last 3 episodes have been right on point with just about everything going on here. And this one, again, gives us a situation that's, another what if situation happening right at Avengers Infinity War. But where exactly it starts, originates and everything is very interesting, going through this episode of the zombies. And I never read the Marvel Zombies comics. I only read the Marvel Zombies Resurrection, which is like the latest one that they did, which was really done really. It was just done weird. They like did this like one shot, and then they ended up doing like a little mini series later. Hell, it seems like it was like a year later they finally did the mini series. So I don't really know a whole lot about how all of that went down in the comics or anything at all, really, aside from this new one, and seeing that Spider-Man was still there. Spider-Man still, um, Spider-Man still being one of the survivors of this. How does he seem to be the one of the survivors of the zombie apocalypse every single time? I don't know. But we see him in this episode, and we kind of follow him a lot through here. And again, just some very interesting stuff. Seeing how all this comes about here, as far as it, you know what, it's still getting me to about not even the last episode, but episode what would that have been? Episode 4. Still getting me on that one, along with this one too, because once again we're getting the pin, Ant-Man involved here, kind of heavily involved with that. It's very, very interesting, to say the least. But altogether, I think this episode was definitely one of the better ones. Definitely a must. Definitely one of the must-sees if you've been watching this episode. I know there's a whole lot of people out there that aren't really onto this series, aren't really enjoying it, or aren't even really watching it. And I can understand that, but one of the things that I really do think is like, maybe, you know, if you like the greater MCU and all that stuff, you probably should pay attention to it, because like I was joking about there at the intro, is they are going to be using this to introduce us to a lot of the characters coming up in the MCU, bringing them in, these different multiverse versions of them. I mean, I have no doubt about that, and I think probably for more than just Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and the Spider-Man movie. I think there's a lot going on here. I think it's probably something that's going to play a part, maybe over this whole next saga, or maybe these next couple sagas. Who really knows? I mean, you know, we could all sit here and think that maybe it's going to lead into, you know, to the next Avengers movie, which is obviously going to be Secret Wars, right? Right? I mean, they're just going to snap their fingers and we're going to be at Secret Wars. No need for doing, you know, like one phase of setup is all you need. That's all you need, really. That's all I did for Infinity War and Endgame. Just like one phase, one little, two little, three little phases. Yeah, maybe we're jumping the gun on the Secret Wars thing. Maybe they have time to get those contract disputes, which doesn't even really sound like they're disputes at this point yet, with the Russo brothers, to get them on board. I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying down in the comments below. But yeah, I thought this was a really good episode, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get into some spoiler discussion. You know what I need to do? Is I probably actually need to do this little thingy where I put like up spoilers and not spoilers on the screen, where you can see it like on the screen. I don't know. People have a thing with that. I don't know. Yet you're coming to, you know, probably not here, but you know, like, what if live discussion, and you know, people be like, oh, you're talking spoilers? I ain't even watched the episode yet. Come on, man. Come on. What are you doing here, man, if you haven't watched the episode yet? Right? What are you doing here? What are you doing? Anyway. Alright. So let's get in here and see what everybody else is saying. We've got again, we got Superfan Adam Shawhan and Duck Create in the building. We've also got Justin Simone in the building. My man, what is up? We've got Dixie. Why are you here all early, man? We missed you. We missed you on the Trailer Park Live on Friday, man. Where were you? Eric Heine, thank you so much for being here. We've also got Moss in the building. And Obi-Wan the homie, Daniel Fisher. All right. Oh, and my man Reefer Man Reviews dropping in. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Fan Adam Shawn says, yes, Trinity, you're stuck with me. Subscribe, how are you doing? Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah. Absolutely. Glad to meet you all. Glad to meet you, Duck Create. No longer more No longer it goes, the longer it goes, the more like what if it becomes. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you really think about it, here's the thing. If you think about it, the whole MCU is what if. Let's be honest here. The whole MCU is what if. This isn't our beloved 616 Marvel universe. You know, where Tony Stark is still a sham. Hashtag the Stark sham. It's a real thing. Look it up. Hail Hydra. Justin Simone is singing to me. Yeah, what's up, Justin? Zombies are real. They are called Biden voters. Dixie. I think what you're trying to say is called voters. Just, yeah, just with the V all. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, the intro blows. Still don't like the animation personally. I don't mind the animation. Like it's like there's better animation out there, but like I'll be honest with you, it's not a thing to me because I'm not really like. And here's the thing: is like I like animation anyway, but I'm not big on sitting here trying to watch a weekly show and do all that stuff anymore. You know, like I was, little kid again. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing wrong with like anime. I'm just like what it is like it's to me it's altogether the TV format in itself. I like movies. I'm just not into like the whole TV show thing. But I have enjoyed what Marvel has done with the TV format so far with their stuff. So the animation, I'm completely willing to just be like, hey, it's good, it's good. It doesn't have to be super fancy or anything because like you know what like people were jerking off of what's it, Invincible and everything like oh my god and I'm just like it's all right like I feel like the wolf. I feel like the wolf, Harvey Keitel in the Pulp Fiction. I'm like, let's not start sucking each other's quite yet, right? Yeah. Doing well, Eric Heine. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. How's your day going? Not Tom. Okay, I didn't think it was Tom Holland because it sounded like I was like, it doesn't sound like whiny enough. But was that Favreau? Because I'm dead sure that was Favreau. Obviously we had Chadwick Boseman. I kind of feel like that was Sebastian Stan. Who else do we have? And I could be wrong, but was that Evangeline Lilly? I wouldn't for sure. I should have looked at, but I thought I could be wrong. I could be wrong there on that one too. Strange episode is the best. This episode was okay. All the others were trash in my opinion. We'll get into that. You know what? Because I honestly think it was the episode before that, the Hank Pym episode. Because that is definitely the Hank Pym of a universe where he smacked the shit out of Janet. We already talked about that. That was definitely the that wasn't smacked Janet. That was backhanded. Right? Like, yeah. Anyway. Oh man. All right. The first two episodes were on. Two episodes were on 3 and 4. I have not liked. Not seen today's yet. All right. But yeah, I think the Strange episode was definitely second best for sure. For me, I think it was second best. Let's see. Got up to a sick wife and now I have to hope she's better so I can hit Horror Hound this weekend. Nice. Well, yeah, hopefully she gets better. Daniel Fisher says, all of Scott's jokes, I'm dead. Yeah, Scott Lang was good. And was that Paul Rudd? I don't think that was Paul Rudd, though. I don't think that was Paul Rudd. Was it? See, that's because there was a couple of them that I'm like, man, it really does. Like, a couple of the voices, they do really good on doing. Like, the guy who did Captain America in the first episode, I was like, some of the tonal changes, the way and the cadence that Chris Evans talks, I think he did really good on. But sometimes the voice was a little off. But yeah, jokey. Yeah, and see with Scott Lang, I think a lot of the jokes make sense. You know what I was thinking. Since we're doing all these, since we're bringing in variants and doing what ifs, you know what we need? We need a variant of Matthew McConaughey as Mobius, right? Every time Tom Hiddleston steps up, he's like, all right. Or maybe they just set it up every single time and he never uses it. Just like the, wow. You know? Yeah. What up, Bishop Sam? Obi-Juan? Yeah. Reefer Man says, spoiler alert, great episode. Not the best one, but it was dope. Yeah, I thought it was, yeah, not the best one, but it was good. It was another good one. Here to support. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Second favorite. All right. Blame me, Tep. What if they use the source material? But that's the thing, is they're setting it up here where they can, they can't, they can do whatever. That's what they're doing. They can do whatever. Multiverse, right? multiverse. Obi-Wan says really digging the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. It's been like I've got no complaints. So far they've done a good job. I mean, on all this stuff, could they do better? Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? Seriously, like thinking about it, if they've really got the multiverse, that gives me hope that we could get classic characters. You know, we could actually get Peter Parker, not Peter Starker. We could actually get Captain Marvel. Both of them. Before the one we got. Just before. You know, like, I'm not saying they have to get rid of the one we got. I'm not saying that. Calm down, guys. For those of you who do want that, I mean, don't calm down. Continue to, right? Yeah! Anyway, all right. Yeah, what if they use the source material? Surprises, I am soon releasing my official trailer of What If, but movie version. Nice. Hell yeah. That sounds great. I get the idea of using the MCU movie so you don't chase to worry about what you missed in all the comics and all. So no point in that. Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, and that's, I mean, they're like, it really is like, and here's the thing, and I know it's like the ridiculous argument is it's a different universe, but like honestly, we can see what they're doing, everything they've done in the MCU. It is, it is a different universe. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is to be debated. Because like I said, maybe we've actually got Peter Parker out there, not this Peter Starker, this imposter. And yes, it can still be Tom Holland in the little suit doing his little funny jokes, his lame jokes. It can still be him. It's okay. And keeps and dies Mary Jane. No, you can't. All right. No, you can't. Mr. Wolf! Yeah. Most of the characters were played by their MCU. Yeah, as I say, most of them were. I think in this one, most of them were. We'll be getting the X-Men in the MCU at some point. We will, Eric Heine. I think, you know what? I think it's coming up pretty quick. Remember Kevin Feige said, like, oh, it's going to be like 5 years. Look, we're like, aren't we already past, like, halfway there to them 5 years? Like, we're there. But it's going to be happening soon. It's going to be I think it's going to be happening very soon, as a matter of fact. I think it's going to be happening very soon. Obviously, the rumors with everything supposedly going on in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, supposedly they're saying that some of the Fox X-Men characters are showing up to, I don't know, they could be. I mean, you know, and I was talking about that because there was, you know, they were even talking about when they brought Pietro in, you know, what's his nuts, into WandaVision, just about that connection and everything. I'm like, yeah. But people were speculating more. People were showing up, and I'm like, the only people that really make sense out of any mutants showing up would be Professor Xavier and Eric Lyncher. That would be the only two people who seem to make sense to show up to stop her. Oh, what are they gonna send the Phoenix to stop her? Is that what they're gonna do? Like that's the first move they're gonna pull. Kevin Feige's gonna be like, you know what? They've messed this up several times. Let's just bring it up. Let's just bring in the Phoenix. Let's just bring in the Phoenix. I mean, we're doing everything multiverse, right? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's definitely her father or Xavier. It's one of those two. If they do that, but that's the rumors. That's the rumors. The best Doctor Strange episode was the best, and my favorite is the Star-Lord T'Challa. Yeah, I think Star-Lord T'Challa, that one's probably the fourth. For me, that's number 4. That's number 4. Oh man, you're calling in the big guns, the wolf, yeah. Okay, it was Paul Rudd. I had to look it up. Cap and Peter. Okay, Cap and Peter are the only ones who weren't the OGs. And I was thinking that the rest of them were, because I'm like, man, the rest doesn't say, because like Paul Rudd sounded, Evangeline Lilly sounded like it. I was dead sure that was Sebastian Stan too. I was dead sure that was Sebastian Stan. You know, the interesting thing that I thought was funny wasn't Okoye when she killed Falcon? She killed him and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry about your friend." What's funny about that is at that point, I mean, how long had they been together that they would have been friends? Because they didn't go through the whole Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff at that point. Like all that didn't even happen. That didn't even exist. Because this was going on before Endgame happened. Right? This was going on right, basically it started before Infinity War happened. Yeah. You get a multiverse and you get a multiverse. We all get a multiverse. Yes. Um reboot the one we have. Oh yeah, yeah. And they could do that too. I think I think they could. I think they could. Like, believe me, like I've got to sit down. I like now I'm able to put my money where my mouth is. I think there's something they could do to fix a lot of that stuff very easily for the Captain Marvel movie. I really do. I really do. And it's easily done. Easily done. Easily done from everything they did in the first movie or didn't do. Captain Marvel was Trinity's favorite hero. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. They could they could use source material, and Normie wouldn't know the difference more than 75% of the MCU fans. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You know what? And like even that too. Like pretty much, I'm still like I'm really like a Normie when it comes to a lot of shit. Like I've read plenty of like some of the Marvel books. I read plenty of those, but like lately, like I've been going back and reading like a lot of the old school shit, like the old school Avengers stuff. Like I've been going back to read all those old school stories. They're funny, they're wacky, they're crazy, they're zany, they're silly, they're fun. So I'm getting there. But I'm pretty much still. I like really like some things. Like I'll like when I see stuff going on, like I'll look. I'll look up like, oh, what did this? Who is this character? What did this happen in? Where do I need to go find the roots of this character for what we're dealing with here? And then I'll go find the comic books and read them. Like that's what I did with like the WandaVision stuff. I was like, hey, what's going on here? Okay, there's the Vision and Scarlet Witch series. So then I went in there and read that. But through reading that, it sends you off to read different comics that happen out there. Fantastic Four, Captain America, just different series out there. West Coast Avengers. It sends you out there to read different series out there to find out what's going on with the whole story. And I do that a lot of times. Like I'll be reading a book and I'll be like, oh, it's talking about this. What happened in this issue? So you go back and you find some interesting stuff going through there and reading all these stories, and they're connective tissue, right? But I mean, like, you know, I've leveled up. I've leveled up, certainly. We are getting phases of uh, all new. Oh, all new, all different. Oh yeah, I'm sure. If when we make it to CA to see Jeff Hicks, I'll hit you up as well. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. What if it's not a mutant, just a Fox character? Right, right. Doctor Doom. Think was that Fox? Were those Fox movies? The Fantastic Four one? They could have been. I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't think Triumph in Torment with Wanda, Doom, and Strange adds the kids to Doom's with Doom's mom. Yeah, it could be interesting. Since we're different, yeah, yeah. This episode was whack, says Nikki. I liked it for what it did because like for me, it was all the Pym stuff, all the Pym stuff. Like, and that's what like in the MCU, Ant-Man is some of my favorite shit. Like Ant-Man is in my top 5 favorite MCU movies. Ant-Man and Wasp for me is not low on the list. Like Ant-Man for me ranks very high in the MCU films on my list, and for a lot of reasons. One, I love Paul Rudd. Two, Michael. Yeah, you know. He's great because you ever see like Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile and like like he he's great. He's great. And he was in these movies, and these movies, these Ant-Man movies really remind me of that. And then especially like they've got all the cosmic shit and like you know the funny thing is like like the Ant-Man connections to everything, because we know this is kind of what's setting up. You know, we've got the Quantum Mania and all this different stuff coming up. The stuff that we've seen in in the first Ant-Man movie, plus what we're getting in the second Ant-Man movie. Just all the different things they've set up here. Like, there's so much cool shit that they have done, and with like that they can do with this character and what he does. And plus, like I said, the people in these movies I think are great. You know what I mean? Hell, we got Lawrence Fishburne in there, man. Come on. Who don't want to see Lawrence Fishburne come back as Goliath? But I like the Ant-Man stuff. And that's what, like, I was talking, I don't think you were here earlier, Nikki. I was talking about, like, the episode 4 of What If. I love it because of the Hank Pym stuff, which is exactly kind of what we're getting in this episode. This was all pretty much due to Hank Pym. And that, what was that? What they call it? A quantum virus? Was it a quantum virus? Something like that? Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. But not only that, like just with Hank Pym and what happened, like, because like it's still getting me with that last episode, or not, episode number 4, where we seen that it was Hank Pym that had he was Yellow Jacket at that point already. He was Yellow Jacket during Fury's big week, knowing that he was that before, obviously, knowing that his daughter died 2 years earlier, knowing that his daughter died at the hands of the Winter Soldier. Crazy, right? Crazy. So what was it in this universe that changed? Did Janet was she still missing? Like, did she still go missing in the same way? Because you know what? That missile, wasn't that missile sent off by the Russians, who the Winter Soldier was working for? You know, I think it was in the comics. Wasn't Hank Pym responsible for Ultron? And Ultron, ultimately, like we've seen in the movies, responsible for Vision? There's just so much to unlock with Hank Pym and everything that he does. Especially the way they've used him in the MCU. Now, I wouldn't say necessarily the comics so much, because like I said, I don't know as much of all of those roots and everything of like Ant-Man and all those different things. But what we get here in the MCU is he's really kind of the key so far to so much stuff happening in the MCU. Well, him and also the great Dr. Arnim Zola. Hell, Hydra. Trash. Basura. She said, oh, Nikki's off. She's off. Oh, dang. Dang. Okay. That's funny. Okay. That's funny. This episode is whack. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me altogether though too. But the thing that's what I just think is cool about, because the quantum, just like just because it came from that, again from Hank Pym. But other than that, like I'm not really into zombies and all that bullshit in the first place. Like Walking Dead and all these like I'm not really into the whole zombie thing, which is crazy because like I'm into body horror, but like zombies just don't really do it for me. You know what I mean? Just don't really do it. Like zombies and vampires. Magic generally doesn't, But, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, they get a pass. They get a pass. Agatha Harkness, they get a pass. For now. For now. Add Rogue, that'll fix the Captain Marvel movie. Yeah, like I said, there's a whole lot of, like, I can finally sit down and get this video that I've been wanting to do done for a while. I need to sit down and script the shit out and get it, because I've had this idea in my head forever. And now that I've got some upgraded equipment and shit, I can do the stuff that I want to do with this video that I want to do called Saving Captain Marvel. Yeah. Yeah. Fox owned. Oh, okay. Did they own? Okay. Felt nothing. I hope I laugh when I have to kill my friends and family when zombies take over. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who's the big blonde guy again with the abs? Oh, the big blonde guy with the abs. Yeah. You know what's funny is like Thor wasn't in this he wasn't in this episode at all anywhere. Interesting, right? Jokey, high stakes. They're gonna pack a lot of stuff in the last 4 episodes of What If. I think they are. They are. Romance in the Stone, and Jewel of Denial. Yeah, were my faves when I was young. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Nikki, oh man. Yee. They are trying to open. They're trying so hard to make Pym happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh, come on, Nikki. You don't want to see the slap? You don't want to see the slap? Come on, man. I want to see that slap. You want to see that slap. We all want to see that slap. I feel like Davey 504 now. You guys watch Davey 504? Do you guys watch Davey? You ever watch Davey 504? Let me know down in the comments below if you guys ever watch Davey 504. Dude, he's got some great videos. He fucking got some great videos. And he does all his slap bass shit. Like, did you see the ones that he did, like the tracks for Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg? Dude, it was some great shit. But the dude's, he's funny anyway. He's funny anyway. You got Davey 504? Go check out his shit. Once Fishburne Money in Event Horizon with Sam Neill. Yeah, dude. Event Horizon. Dude, I ain't seen that shit forever. I remember when that came out, dude. I love that movie. That was a good one. Yeah. This was the best use of Marvel Zombies idea, but it should have tied into the larger Zombies story. Did it not in any way, Aglax? I don't really know, because I only read the current like Marvel Zombies Resurrection. I never read the original stuff. You know what? I know they've got the trade at my local comic book shop. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know enough about that Spanish lesson. Yeah. Basura. I feel like this is nothing. I feel like nothing is going to top the Doctor Strange episode for me. We will see. I don't care about any other episode. Dang, man. Dang. I like that Doctor Strange episode. That was my number 2 so far. It's my number 2 so far. It's my number 2. Yeah. Spanish lesson on 2nd Street. Morpheus has been an OG since Boys in the Hood. Yeah, man. Man, even before that, man. Yeah. This episode was 2nd best, and that's not saying much. For me, I would say, like I said, like maybe like 3rd best. 3rd. Yeah, like 3rd. Captain Marvel stay for life. Yeah, about space wizards and laser swords. Yeah. Man, let's see that clap. Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be watching, but I have to use my phone for something, so I'll be using live. All right, all good, Reefer. But yeah, guys, I think again, like I think it's interesting stuff. You know, the cool thing is too is You know what we seen in this episode? You know, just kind of really what it all evolved around was the zombies and everything, them trying to survive and get away, was where they go to. They go to Camp of the High, which is interesting. Because that's where the great Dr. Arnim Zola, Hail Hydra, was located, which is very interesting that Camp Lehigh is still there, which means that the events here taking place spiraled off somewhere earlier than we think. Because Camp Lehigh was still there. Remember, that shit got bombed. That shit got bombed in Captain America Winter Soldier. Right? Like, that was like phase 2. That place got bombed. So where did everything divert here? Where does this what if scenario divert from? I mean, we've seen obviously that this virus came from the quantum universe or whatever where Janet was living when Hank Pym went to go get her, and that's like God, what would that have been? 20 in this case? Well, I mean, it would have been like right here, like that would have been right before Avengers Infinity War, right? It would have been right before that. But where did this divert from? Because that like that's the thing. Because like I said, Camp Lehigh is still there. It didn't look like it had been bombed or anything like that, like we seen in Captain America: Winter Soldier, when Zola himself had the place leveled. So what's the divergent point? I don't know. I mean, I like it's kind of like I was asking before. This is what gets me with this Hank Pym thing too, because you go back to the episode 4 where the divergent thing was Fury's big week didn't happen, but it started before that. Because like I said, how did you know what? In that case, where was Black Widow when she was supposed to be in Odessa when Hope got killed by the Winter Soldier? Because it was Winter Soldier who shot Natasha when she was in Odessa at that same time when she got shot in the hip. Remember? Yeah, I bet you look terrible in a bikini, right? That was Odessa when she was there to get that doctor out that she ended up getting out, but Hope ended up dying. But what happened before that to where Hope ended up being a SHIELD agent? Or was Hope a SHIELD agent before she a SHIELD agent in the MCU when we meet her? Essentially in the very first Ant-Man movie? I'm just saying. Because if she died 2 years earlier than Fury's big week, which that would have been like what, circa 2008, you got to think that would have been 2006 when she died. So then something diverted before that even. And that's the thing, is where are all of these divergent points from? We see some of them where the divergent points were from, obviously, you know, and in some of these different ones, because that begs the question also, where was the divergent point in the Doctor Strange episode? Because that scenario was completely different. Him and Christine were still on good terms, and she was willing to go to this speaking engagement with him. Where in the movie, the original movie, we've seen she's like, I ain't going nowhere with you. I got this thing called the strange what was it, the strange rule or whatever that she had. Remember, she don't date coworkers anymore. These last 3 episodes is where do they divert from? The other one seemed very obvious. But then it almost makes you wonder, where was the actual divergent point then? Anyway, let's get back here into the chat, see what you're all saying. Let's see that slap. Yeah. Didn't care much for drunk Hank Pym. How can Doctor Strange be number 2 for you? Because I like that Hank Pym one. I like that Hank Pym one, man. I'm telling you, Fury's big week. Yeah. He likes drunk Hank Pym episode. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that was number 2 for me. The rest aren't even on my radar. Yeah, I mean, the rest kind of, like I said, this one, only because that interesting thing, again, with the Pym stuff. But, yeah, I mean, The rest of them, I would say, if anything, the other thing I thought was cool was, okay, in this episode, the other cool thing was we seen that they went to Camp Lehigh. I got lost there. They went to Camp Lehigh, and who was there? Vision. Vision was there with who? With Wanda, right? They kind of figured out that this was a safe place, and that's where they went to for, they found out supposedly there's a cure there, right? Well, he was just luring them there, and we seen that he was sitting there, looked like Wanda was probably feeding off T'Challa here, and he's trying to come up with this cure, right? Well, the interesting thing was, we seen through everything going on, Okoye was saying like, oh, hey, Wakanda's a safe place. It's a safe space for us. But then we see that they get to Camp Lehigh, and it's Vision there. And his plan is that they need to go to Wakanda for whatever reason. They need to take the Mind Stone there and blah, blah, blah. And they can come up with a plan and blah, 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 blah. Like, and then you get, and then they flash to the very end there, and you see it's Thanos. Thanos is there with the gauntlet. That's what that's why he's willing and wanting to go. Like, I don't think there was any solutions in Wakanda whatsoever in the first place. I think just like he was sending out a beacon to them to get them there for a cure, when he was just trying to basically feed Wanda. But at the same time, he was also on a mission to get that stone to the rest of the stones. Right? Where Thanos was. With the gauntlet. Zombie Thanos. With the gauntlet. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting stuff. Not to be on lunch, I haven't seen an episode yet, but I'll be listening in. Maybe if Ant-Man and Wasp wasn't garbage, I'd be more interested in these Pym-centered episodes. You mean the Wasp and Ant-Man? Oh man. Sorry, I meant the Wasp, Justin. Yeah, sorry. Some movies actually like the movie and think it was a perfect setup for time travel. Oh, well, people are already thinking they've messed up their own rules with time travel and all that stuff, but they haven't. She's the lead. No, Paul Rudd was the lead, man. Come on, man. I don't give a shit. It's Ant-Man. You can't look. You cannot make those Ant-Man movies without Paul Rudd. You can't. I'm willing to bet. You know what? Paul Rudd is a bigger hero and a better. He's just better than Tony Stark, Iron Man. What's that? Huh? Oh, you want a little? All right. Zombie Thanos, 2 words that don't fit. Yeah, no. Yeah, well, and that was just it too, like the Hulk thing. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ant-Man and Wasp was too complicated for a lot of you normies. Yeah. Ant-Man was great. I really love that movie. Second one, no. Yeah, so complicated must be dumb. Yee. No, like, the thing is, like, with the second Ant-Man movie, is all the doors that they open up in that movie, literally. All this stuff that you see with the TVA, them using those little doors, the little time doors and everything, them walking through them and all that shit, that the TVA is using. What's his name in there? He was talking about that. Bill Foster was talking about that in that movie when we got introduced to him, when they went to the university to talk to him and everything. That's what he was talking about at that time. He was talking about that technology, and if you watch on his little board, his little chalkboard that he had behind him, you can see that he had visuals, the same things, talking about these doors to these different universes and realities. That's what, and that's exactly the speech that he was talking about the to his students. He was talking about the Posner, wasn't the Posner molecules can be in and out of phase with multiple parallel universes and dimensions, is what he was talking about. And because he was talking about the chaos in it as well. And that's where he was talking about, where he was talking basically about the phase shifting like Ghost does, right? That's what he was talking about, was like that same phase shifting, which is interesting because you know that her father got sucked into one of those dimensions as well. But essentially what they're talking about there also, like I said, he was onto and talking about that technology that they were using to use these doors to create, that the TVA was using to go to all of these different timelines, universes, and realities. He was like that was all the shit that was on his chalkboard, his blackboard there behind him. Can we still call him that? I don't know, but that's what he was talking about on all that stuff there. Like, it's the setup. It was really like the setup for all of these different things. And there's still stuff, like, I'm dead sure there's still stuff in those movies that people still aren't taking out of them. It's there, folks. It's all there. Yeah. I'm glad this is second street chilling. Yeah, well, I can't argue like for anybody that like they're the best movies. I just actually myself, I like the Ant-Man movies, but a lot of that is also, like I said, because I really like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, like Paul Rudd's the fucking man. Paul Rudd's the fucking man. You know what? Like, you know what's gonna be dangerous is if Mobius ever comes across Ant-Man. Like, we get Mobius, Ant-Man together, like. They're gonna have to make a TV series. It's gonna be Ant-Man and Mobius. That's what it'll be. I almost feel like we need that now. Do we need that Matthew McConaughey Mobius? That variant? Alright. Every time they open a door, right? And they step through. Oh, man. Nikki. That's funny. But no, like I said, I can't argue that these movies are going to be everybody's, but believe me, I know that Ant-Man is probably low on the totem pole for a lot of people in the MCU. A lot of people just aren't as hyped about him as I am, but me, they're some of my favorites. And like I said, most of it's because of Paul Rudd. Are they expecting normies to what if? My dad loves the MCU, but he doesn't care to watch Loki. You don't care to watch Loki, like all the shows and stuff? Yeah. I mean, I think that's the thing with the shows, though. Like, I don't think all of these shows are necessarily going to be must-sees for the movies, but I think in the movies, you will basically be rewarded for putting up with all of this. Yeah. Ant-Man and Wasp was worth the price of admission for Paul Rudd stuck at home jokes, let alone the rest. Like when he's all telling everybody goodbye and he all leans out the window on the little thing. It was freaking hilarious. Hey, you know what's funny? I think even in Ant-Man 2, they showed that Paul Rudd got all buff. Like, he cut out the rice from his diet and got all cut up. Simu Liu. Totally not letting that go, Simu. Looking a little fluffy there, bruh. Want to have a take off the shirt contest? Bruh. Oh, man. Son of a... Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, here, chill for you, Shang-Chi. Best Kung Fu movie ever. Wait, best MCU movie ever. Wait, best fantasy movie ever. Movie over Lord of the Rings. Shang-Chi, best movie all time. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I think Shang-Chi was a pretty damn good movie. It was a pretty good movie. I would say it's probably top 10 MCU, definitely. I definitely think it's top 10 MCU. there's a lot of good things that they did in the movie. There's a lot of things that like they could have done without, man. Like, look, I'm not saying that Shang-Chi's sister couldn't have been a badass. She absolutely could have. But like the whole Taskmaster thing they did with her, like, I wasn't allowed to train with everybody else, so I sat there and I watched. And I became a badass and I started kicking people's ass. Yeah. Like, I was like, really? Did they just do that? Like, they did that in the scene. They did that. It's like, I wasn't allowed to train, so I just watched. And that's how she, sure, she went on and she fought people. We seen her kicking the crap out of Shang-Chi, but, you know, he wasn't trying to fight back. He said he wasn't going to fight her. But, like, you get it, right? Like, I don't think she was that badass. But she was able to hold her own. She was able to hold her own. I thought that was pretty, like, you know. And then we don't even need to get started on Awkwafina. Like, look, she wasn't so annoying in this movie. But let's face it, she was, like, man. I'll get in trouble if I talk about that. Her and the Shang-Chi and their whole relationship thing. This was very much a... Let me put it to you this way. I see Cap and Bucky hooking up before I do see her and Shang-Chi hooking up. I'll put it to you that way. That's kind of the way the relationship felt to me. But I think Stucky made a little more sense. No. Trinity, I'm working out in my home gym. This is an awesome stream to work out. Keep it up, buddy. Oh man, you know what? And I just got done working out before I did the stream. Got done working out, went and took a shower, got my coffee ready. Yeah, ready to go, man. Ready to go. Let's see, and thank you so much for being here. I want Fran Drescher to voice Ms. Minutes. There you go. Yeah, Ant-Man is the bomb, yo. Then my argument is correct. MCU doesn't need TV shows. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they do. Nah, they don't need them. No, absolutely not. They don't need them. I think it's a good place for supplemental stuff because like some of the stuff that we're gonna get in these shows don't need to be in movies. Don't need to be in movies. Like Moon Knight. That dude needs to have his origin in movie and shit in a movie. That needs to be not in a TV show. Not in a TV show. Movie. You know what? And I think they need to make Moon Knight into a movie. So I can see myself represented on the big screen. Because I think if anything, this character perfectly represents me and who I am. And I feel like Moon Knight needs to be on the big screen because I do feel that this is representation that we need, representation that I need, because I feel like this character represents me now all of a sudden, and I think we need to make it a movie, not a TV show. WandaVision's still the best show. You know what? Honestly, Justin Simone, you're not wrong, dude. I think WandaVision, and I've been thinking about that too. I've been thinking about all these series. I've been thinking about WandaVision. I've been thinking about Falcon Winter Soldier. I've been thinking about Loki. I've been thinking about even this What If series. And WandaVision is the best fucking series out of all these. I think it is. I honestly think it is. Yeah, for so many reasons, for a lot of reasons, but I do think it's the best. I think it was the best one. Shield has some of the best MCU moments. I like Agents of Shield. You're not going to get any arguments from me. I like Agents of Shield. Will it be possible to request reaction to my version trailer? Just asking you to do react to trailers or only pure discussion and reviews. I do discussion and reviews. I mean, I don't do reaction video. I don't do reaction videos. I don't do them. But your boy Myrtle does. I'm not sure if you know your boy Myrtle. He's one of our co-hosts here on the channel. Your boy Myrtle definitely does reaction videos. He might be willing to do one. I may agree with you, Justin Simone. Yeah, it is. MCU don't mind the female gaze. The male gaze, not allowed though. Yeah. Shang-Chi reminded me, what? Dang it. Shang-Chi reminded me of Mortal Kombat. A little bit. A little bit. Not spoil it. Shang-Chi sister is Ray 2.0. All right. Using their logic, I'm gonna rewatch all UFC events and then go sign up for the UFC and become the champion. Yes, Taskmaster style. Yeah, yeah, Taskmaster style. Yeah. What was that? Yeah, yeah, I think so. Um, I think instead of Gundam style, we need to start at Taskmaster style. I think we need to do a. I think we need to make a music video Taskmaster style, right? Yeah, we're bringing that shit back too. We're bringing that one back too, Nikki. Me and Nikki were having some discussions the other day about some language that we want to bring back. We're taking it back, baby. We're taking it back. Of course, we're gonna have to slowly ease it on in. Ooh, man, that sounds bad, especially if you knew what we were talking about. I really have the way, and then you can make your point. That's what all you YouTubers do. I'm rooting for you, Justin. Oh man, this is by far my least favorite episode. Almost just turned it off halfway through. Not rewatchable for me at all. Ugh, yeah. Like I said, I mean, I like it more than I like the first like 3 episodes. Like the first 3 episodes were just. There was just so much about them that seemed disjointed, where this one, at least it seemed crafted well and put together well. They found their stride a lot better. But those first 3 episodes for me were just like, they were just very, very shaky. Very shaky. So I like, and the way I like, I can't really rank them high for those reasons, because it didn't seem to meld together well. This episode was almost as bad for me as Hasbro's Star Wars reveals were for Nikki today. Oh, dang! I missed it. I had it kind of playing on here in the background, but I wasn't able to listen. I wasn't on the live chat because I was just here doing other stuff. I was kind of, like I said, I had it on the background as I was doing some workouts and stuff, and then getting ready for the stream. Yeah. Because I if you're here, what was that? Adam, Superfan Adam Shawhan that was working out. Like I got my workout shit here too. Like I've got you probably can't see. You can see my balance ball or whatever they call that shit. There. What did I miss with the toy reveal? As Mike Tyson said, everyone thinks they can be a boxer till they get punched in the face. Yeah, and that's really kind of the thing too. I mean, it really is. It really is. Like being able to take a punch, man. Like, and that's the thing too. Is like you can be a badass all day long. Most people, when they get punched in the face, they crumble. Like that's it. It's done. It's done time. Done. So Simone, repacks and repaints and Ray's Force Effects Elite lightsaber. Ah, dang. Oh man, Star Wars said that's funny, dude. That's funny. Literally nothing. Oh, and Force Effects is coming out with a lightsaber. All right. Repacks and repaints. All right. Oh, okay. I thought that was a joke Santa was putting out there. I see what you're saying is like repacks and repaints. Okay, all right. Oof, Taskmaster, yeah. But that's funny. Jeez, Star Wars keeps plummeting. Literally not one single new figure. Man, that's terrible. Not one. Ah, thanks. You know, Star Wars messed up. Last episode is What If episode 9, October 6th. I don't know. Is that when it is? Yeah, makes sense. You can't be a badass. You can be a badass and still get jumped. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That evil ass laugh. Not funny. I wanted to spend money. Oh man. Oh man. No, you know what you need to spend money on, Nikki. You know what you need to spend money on is this right here. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but this is what you need to spend money on right there. That's what you need to spend money on. Yeah. Yeah. Take all that and its goodness. That's what you need to spend money on right there. That Lego Batman tumbler, man. That thing is badass. I sent my mom a text. Was it yesterday? Maybe today, this morning. I can't remember when. I sent my mother a text. I'm like, I think Logan, that's my son. I think Logan and me need this for Christmas. oh man, yeah. Send me that damn mug. I ain't paying with you. It's not my. You know what? Technically, I can't, because technically that one's not mine to send you. That one's my wife's. I can't. I can't. If I find the ones that I had, because I think I may still have them. I may probably still won't send one to you. I can't do it. I can't do it if you're not fan enough to have one already. All the real fans have them. Just like all the real fans. Oh, did you guys see this? It's like all the real fans have this. Ooh, look at that. You guys see it? That came in yesterday. We're talking about that yesterday. Last night. I did a stream kind of late for me. I was just kind of hanging out at the house and was bored here and shit. And I was like, hey, you know what? It's Tuesday night. I don't normally stream on Tuesdays anyway. So I was like, let's do it. This episode was Dookie had to abandon the Marvel Shield stream. Oh no. Is that what he's doing over there? Is that what he's doing over? I didn't say, but is that what he's doing over there? Is he shilling for this shit? Come on, man. Like, look, this is the what I say. This is the third best episode. Third best. The Hank Pym one was the best one. Then the Doctor Strange one. And then this one. Because the rest of them were just too disjointed and stuff for me to. I'm not saying I didn't like them, but they're just like, they're not the best. The first three, they're not the best. This one, it's not the best. Yeah. Oh man, I gotta go check out the show. Yeah, I gotta go check. You know the problem, Proxy. The problem is you probably missed the members only stream yesterday. Oh god, man, no, I'm not going there. Dang it. Look, you got like, look, I'm anti-Shilla. I'm not anti-Shilla. I'm not anti-anything. But I ain't shit. Look, I'm all about the Stark Sham. But even I'm wearing an Iron Man shirt. Like, Tony Stark is all right. At least, he's all right. He's not the best. He's barely a hero. Yeah. Hail Hydra. Anyway. What is happening? Let's see. That sucks. You get the Luke with Slarmy? What? No, FMIL times 2. When you won the TBS Luke and Slarmy. What's Hey, does that come with all the Gauntlet crossovers? Which one? Yeah, it does. Well, let's see. Let's see what all it's got in it. It's got Silver Surfer number 34 through 38, number 40, and 44 through 60. It's got Thanos Quest number 1 and 2. It's got Infinity Gauntlet 1 through 6, Cloak and Dagger number 18, Spider-Man number 17, Incredible Hulk number 383 through 385, Quasar number 26 through 27, Sleepwalker number 7, and Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme number 34 through 36, and material from 31 through 33. So it's got a lot of the. It's got a lot of like the tie-in stuff. I believe it's a lot of stuff that happens before it, and then some of the stuff after it. But right next to it though, I've got the Infinity War that's got a lot of this stuff in there too. But you know what? I think even Infinity War don't have the first 6 issues of Warlock and the Infinity Watch, which I thought was a little weird. Let's see. Infinity War 1 through 6, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Deathlock, Warlock, and the Infinity Watch 7 through 10. which I thought that's just weird. I thought it was just weird. It don't have Infinity Watch 1 through 6. Why wouldn't it have Infinity Watch 1 through 6? I mean, like, yeah. Anyway, if you know, you know. Oh man. Yeah, but it's got a lot of those crossovers in there. I did that after 5 minutes. You ain't missing anything. Oh man. Oh dang. So wait. You know what it is? Because you can't be off-putting to people. You can't share your opinion. You can't be authentic. You gotta fake it. You gotta fake it to make it. It's gotta be exhausting, right? Doesn't that gotta be exhausting? Like, faking shit? Like, it's okay, man. It's okay to have opinions. But, you know what? A lot of it has to do, a lot of things have to do with, how would you say? Presentation. Presentation, right? You know, like when you go to like a nice fancy restaurant, they put the steak, they put your vegetables, they put all the garnish, they put everything on there in a very specific way to make it look nice and neat and appetizing for you to eat. You get it, and it's visually appealing and looks great. Compared to if they just took it and just slapped all the shit on a plate and said, "Here you go, you son of a, thank you so much for the tip." Right? The presentation means a lot. It means a lot. So you can, you know, like all you got to do is, if you take the steak and all those vegetables, like I said, and you just don't present them well, of course, you know, most people are gonna look at it. Even people that like the steak and the vegetables and the all that you put on the plate, even somebody that likes all that stuff you put on there, when you put it on there and just slap it on the plate and send it out to them in an unappetizing way, even that person that enjoys this meal is gonna look at it and be like, "What am I, at Denny's? This I paid to come to this place that I enjoy the food because I like not only the food, but the way that they present it to me." Right? The way they present it to me. I can get the same meal. I can get the same steak and vegetables at Denny's for a lot less of the money, but the meat isn't as good. The vegetables aren't quite as good. The cook didn't care as much, and they just slapped it all on the plate, as opposed to when I come here and I'm used to getting my steak and my vegetables all nice and placed, nice and pretty in a very presentable way. Makes a lot of difference, right? The presentation. You don't have to change you don't have to change the steak and vegetables. You can leave the core there. You can have your opinion. Maybe it's the way you present it. Anyway. Okay, where we at? Still waiting to order my Luke, Cad Bane, Maul, and Asajj. You know what? Are you talking about Star Wars? Get out of here! I'm just kidding. Did you guys see it? Were you here the other day, Justin? Check this thing out. Were you here the other day, Justin, when me and my cute son were showing off these Lego things that we got? Look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There you go. Yeah. No. Oh, it was right, wasn't it? It was right. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, man. Yee! Yeah, we're going to be putting that son of a bitch together. Should have bought Luke's X-Wing. I'm gonna need you to stream your what if streams every week at the same time, please. I can do that. Well, I mean, they're usually like, I'm usually a little bit, I don't know, I'm usually around this time still. Yeah. All right. Can we Revan, Asajj? All right. My trailer's out now. I can go relax and take care, everyone. Really enjoyed the discussion. Thank you so much for being here, Doc Create. Love you 3000 as well. Dragon Seed Saga was one of my first completed storylines as a kid. All right. It's on my list. That Infinity War omnibus. I want to get Frank Miller Daredevil 1 through 3 omnibus and Punisher Max Enos omnibus first. Yeah, dude. You know what I seen? I think I seen was the Enos one. Ennis. Sorry. One at one of the shops I go to. Also piecing together the rest of my Midnight Suns at Siege of Darkness run. Nice. Yeah. Face. I am you on face. Oh, okay. DM you on. All right. Yeah, for sure. The life. Oh, Proxy, you silly son of a. All the fence sitting must be exhausting on your ass. Oh, you know what? The thing is, like, look, you know what? It's not even that. You can sit on the fence all day long, but at least fucking take the stance and be willing to fucking take it. Stand your ass on that fence and just stand on the fence. Stand for it. Stand on it. Back it up. Put some chest into it, man. Right? Taking the bull by the horns. It's a metaphor, but I did that for real. Yeah. But that's the thing, is like you gotta take the whatever stance you got to be able to stand behind it. You gotta stand behind it. Yeah. I said, oh man, so be real, but faking your presentation. No, it's not even that. But well, it's not even that. There's a conversation that I can't really have right now because it's a conversation I've been wanting to have with a friend. But there really is a way when you present certain things. Like it's kind of the problem with a lot of the way that a lot of people communicate these days with stuff. There are forms of it, not even the forms of communication, but the ways in which they communicate. That people communicate right now. And I think it's a big piece that people seem to miss when it comes to a lot of this stuff. You know, you're trying to figure out what people like and what they don't like, and ultimately, like, you know what, like, you guys, not everybody shows up here because they like my handsome face. It's, you know, maybe they agree and like some of the things I say. Whether they agree or not is a completely different thing. They essentially like me. Like, there's people out there that other creators that I could watch them, listen to what they say and what they talk about it every single time, no matter what it is they're talking about, because I like the way they talk. I like the way they present what they're talking about. Where there are some people out there that I can completely agree with most of what they're saying, and there's a lot of creators out there like this. I agree with a lot of what they're saying, but I just like their delivery, everything about it, and just like, it's just not for me. And I pretty much agree with you, but like your presentation, I'm just, you know. And I'm not saying that person has to change or do anything different. That's what they do. That's kind of their personality, what they are. Maybe that's all they got. But that's the thing, is like, it's just not for me. Right? I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about it and make a fucking 100 videos talking about how so-and-so is being ridiculous and using hyperbole and blah 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 in their videos and trying to mislead people because fucking people are stupid and blah, blah, like. But there's the presentation. That doesn't mean you have to be fake at all. Because I'll be honest with you, most of the people out there are fake in the way they're presenting the shit to you anyway, right? Most of the people out there are being fake in the way they're presenting it to you in the first place. And that's rather, it's the haters or the shills. They're all faking it, right? Most of them are faking the presentation anyway. Most of them are faking all that shit anyway. But that, like I said, without having a specific conversation, it can be a tough conversation to have. I talked a little bit about it yesterday. Lucas, what is up? Lucas Texvenger. Yeah, what does my bacon taste like? Newport. Oh man. Ready to go to the hole in the wall with the food slopped on the plate that tastes 10 times better. When are you streaming the Lego builds? You know what? I was thinking about doing with my son sometime soon because he's ready to get started on some stuff. Legos Rule the Tumbler will be mine. Yes. Yeah. We're gonna turn you into the Star Wars Sweaty Trinity. Veedo dope. Yeah, no, like here's the thing is like I love Star Wars, I love all that bullshit, but like I'm a film guy. I like the movies. I'm not watching all of the TV shows and all that bullshit for like I'll watch The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian was pretty good, but like I'm a film guy. Like it's like it's gonna take me a lot to like you'd like I would have to be bored out of my gourd to sit there and read all the fucking novels and the EU and the fucking all the, like I said all those cartoons and all that bullshit. Like I'm just not gonna do it. I like the movies. I love the movies. And that, don't put that evil on me with what I just said neither. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna get into that because people are so divided about the sequels. I can't talk about them and share my feelings. Oh man. Oh, people just can't take being wrong. Yeah, absolutely. It's part of life. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I tried to be tactful for a while. At this point, I just I just fight fire with fire. You don't always need to fight fire with fire though. You don't need to. The thing is, you can just let the fire fucking blaze wherever it's at. And be like, oh, that's your fucking fire, not mine, bruh. Agree them, but not what they not the way they say it. And yeah, that's true. Yeah. Think we're due for a nerd therapy redo, but rated R. Yeah. True Trinity Surfer. Rated R, not MCU approved. What? I must have missed something there. What I missed there? I just skimmed through the episode. What the freak did I just watch? Oh, I don't know. Nothing? What? Oh, you're talking about the episode? Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just not the best one. It's not the best one. Like I said, I mean, it ranks above the first 3 episodes. Yeah. Star Wars Sweaty. Yeah. The animated shows are great. I'm sure they are. A lot of people love them. That's like they have a headache now. What's your opinion on them sequels? I can't say. If I talk about them, it hurts the community. People get upset. They get upset when I say the things I say. I just can't be myself. So I've got to sit here and I've got to sugarcoat the way that I feel about it. They're okay. Like, you know what? Like, The Force Awakens, like, I really like The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens started off, I was like, yes! This gives us a good starting point. Gives us something to go on in a number 2. And then see what they did, and I've talked about this before, is what you do is when you get this one thing, like The Force Awakens, you get this first one. You take this film and everything that happened in it, the characters that are in it, everything that's there, you take it, and you build upon it. Right? You build upon it. But instead here, what they do is they took what they had, and instead of building upon it, they made another one over here. Instead of building this one upon it, instead of building upon it, they just built another one. Right? And the characters, like a lot of the characters just seem to just like do the same thing. Like it just went this way instead of building. See, like, anyway, I feel like I need to break out a graph or a chart or something like that. I feel like I need to. Okay. Fuck, even is that going to be called the sequel squared? Oh man. Bruh, shower thoughts. In what language does a dead person think? You don't want to know. You're a man of culture, Trinity. Let me take. Oh, the second RA. What? All right. Seeing the Star Wars takes for when we stream. That's gonna be a doozy. Oh man, we might even be Trailer Park Live Special Edition. Oh shit. With the shit. Oh shit. Shit. Damn, Nikki's threatening us with a good time. Yeah, Nikki's threatening us with a good time here, it sounds like. That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Go see some customers, see some clients and everything. I get ready for the day. Guys, I hope you guys went out. You know, it's Wednesday. I hope you guys went out this morning. Did you guys wake up early enough in the morning to get a workout or something in? Stay hydrated. Make sure you do that. Woke up this morning, watched the What If episode, got out here in the garage in my gym, and I did a workout. Might go for a bike ride later, depending on how hot it gets today. Take the kids out for a nice little ride. Nothing too serious today. I'll wake up early in the morning and get out for a nice bike ride as well. But thank you all so much for being here today, guys. Greatly appreciate you guys being here and give me so much laughs here, man. This back half of the show, once all you guys started to show up, been very fun. Fun conversation. It's always fun hanging out with you all. Again, thank you all so much for being here today. Make sure you're subscribed and, you know, all that good stuff. You know how to do this. But thank you so much for being here today, and I'm sure soon we're going to have Nikki on, Nikki on before she threatens me with violence, to bring her here on the show again to let it all out. Apparently, it sounds like she's got a lot to say, but you all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.